and this is us next to the Empire State Building. Looking up, 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 up. Can't see the top of it from here because we're too close to it. We'll try and go up next weekend, we think.
See, you can't see it like that.
Somebody looking very, very happy about being in New York and at the Empire State Building. Looks like he's going to burst into tears actually. So we're going to show the Empire State Building instead. Don't do that. It's all there. The better view of it from here. And there's Mother. There's Jonathan hiding as usual. So we're down at Pier 83 at the moment. We're going to get a boat out into the harbour, do a wee kind of tour. And this is the USS Intrepid, which is a museum I think, an aircraft carrier. Don't have time to go in it, I'm afraid, it's not today. And behind it you can see, so if we pan round, this is looking over kind of midtown Manhattan. This is the west side of it. That's panning down south. You can see the kind of Freedom Tower as they call it in the World Trade Center site, which is that one there. There's a big mast on it. That's looking down the Hudson, across to New Jersey. It's kind of the start of the Palisades. Over on that side, the big cliffs. And this is looking kind of upriver, just a minute, and up there you can see the George Washington Bridge, suspension bridge. It's that thing in the middle. Yeah, and this is the panning round again. What was that? Okay.
Dug an additional 50 feet beneath the river to build this massive Lincoln Tunnel we're sailing over. Approaching West 23rd Street on the Hudson River, the big blue pier is known as Chelsea Piers in the neighborhood of Chelsea. Today, a state-of-the-art entertainment and sports facility built on these old historic piers, covered with artificial grass, astroturf. On the weekends, young people playing baseball and soccer inside this huge square pier, Pier 40 Park, part of the Hudson. It's at Houston Street, directly below it, coming up Soho. Neighborhood of Soho stands for South of Houston Street.
I had the fun touch.
On your left, you can see the bright orange Staten Island ferry boat loading up in Lower Manhattan. And right behind it, all those tall buildings, Brooklyn, New York. We'll have a close look at that area this afternoon after we take a look at the Statue of Liberty. Liberty before we head down to Manhattan and the East Tall sailing ships coming up are replicas of the Directly to your right, that's the conference building. General Assembly Hall sits behind it. Tall building with all the windows. Secretariat building directly on your right. Rectangular. This is Battery Park coming up on your right. And the very first Dutch settlers settled right here, Lower Manhattan, forming New Amsterdam originally. Many years after that, a battery of cannons was built around the island to protect the city known as the Battery. So it goes by the name Battery Park. Building with the rounded glass is number 17 State Street. You'll see some concrete pillars that's part of a World War II Veterans Memorial in Battery Park. You'll see the concrete pillars in the middle of them in the back. Underneath the tree there's a statue of American Eagle. World War II Memorial.
So this is the World Trade Center Memorial. This is the new World Trade Center that we saw from the First World War Trade. And this is kind of looking down a part of the site. And there's all the names engraved, obviously of all the people who died. And these are this is where the South Building was. And this is scale of the building, the footprint of the building. And further over there, as we'll go through in a minute, is where the North Building stood. So, and this here is the North Memorial Pool. It's right underneath the new One World Trade Center. That's at Battery Park end. So here we are in Times Square in the evening, obviously. Jonathan wanted to come here. So it's obviously very, very bright. Lots of neon. Fancy screens and things. And they're rebuilding the whole place just by itself and they're blocked off. We are on the Palisades Parkway, which is just, there's a lookout point here, we just stopped at, and this is looking back down to the George Washington Bridge. And if you can zoom down, you can see way down to Manhattan there. You can certainly see the Empire State Building and the World Trade Center that we were at yesterday, way in the distance. So we are heading at the moment up towards New Milford in Connecticut. The summer camp that I worked at is. This is panning across the Hudson River. Looking down, I think it's the Harlem River over there. And sort of sweeping right round left. Great views. This is our lookout point, it's Alpine. We're looking across to Yonkers. Still quite cloudy, but the sun's trying to get out. Way in the distance over that way, you can maybe just about make out Long Island Sound, Long Island beyond that, and that's looking down the river towards Manhattan direction, although you can't see it from here now. Still on the Palisades Parkway here, and this is further upriver, and you can see the cliffs here, quite impressive. Sheer drop down to the Hudson, and that's looking back across to Yonkers down over there. And further up over here. Just looking up the Hudson, and away in the distance there you can just make out the Tappan Zee Bridge, which is what we're going to be crossing over, and then heading up to Connecticut. Again, great views here. Sun's starting to come out, it's really nice. Pleasantly, coolishly warm. and we just bumped into some folk who are doing a kind of bird count as well. They were explaining things to us, which is quite interesting. Well, here we are in New Milford, in the town centre, and not a lot of it has changed, but there's lots and lots of new businesses, obviously. Bank's still there. Many things are unchanged. Tank is still there. Jonathan wasn't here all these years ago. He's here just now. Lot of nice properties all the way around the green. And this is us at Box Rock again. Quite something, eh? Still like a maintenance crew hopping around. And Johnson's going over there somewhere. So this is the bunk I used to inhabit all these years ago. And that's kind of panning around, kind of the road. And sort of looking down to the office. It's pretty much the same. So here we are at Bunker Hill in Boston. We've walked up to where the monument is, which is up here. You can go up it, I'm not sure if you can today with the National Park Service not being on, but we'll go and have a look. We're at the foot of the monument here, but you can't go up it because the government shut down, which means the National Park Service isn't operating. This is looking down to downtown Boston. That's Boston Harbour, just about to start the Boston Harbour cruise. Flooded over a bit unfortunately, but it's not too bad. I think Mummy may end up inside. And this is looking kind of back the way to downtown Boston.
One building. She's the oldest commissioned warship still afloat in the world today, and as a commissioned warship, the Constitution still remains on the active duty list for the US Navy. But to maintain that active duty status is to travel at least 1 nautical mile every year. She does on the 4th of July here in Boston Harbor, as well as a few other times throughout the year. The Constitution first saw action in 1803 against Barbary pirates on the African shore of the Mediterranean, but her most famous encounter came in the War of 1812, fighting against the HMS Guerriere off the coast of Nova Scotia. During this battle, the HMS Guerriere was firing its cannonballs at the Constitution, but those cannonballs were simply bouncing off the sides of the Constitution, never penetrating its hull. And a crew member aboard the Constitution noticed this and said, "Huzzah, her sides are made of iron." And the captain said, "Ah, iron sides." And that is how she got her nickname, Old Ironsides. Now the Constitution is not actually made of iron, but rather 22 inches of oak wood.
Over here at the park at the side of the Charles River. It's here, just at sunset. Quite peaceful. There we go, it's the helicopter. It's panning around. Sort of downtown, it's kind of back that way, and we see the trees. There we are, there's a wee leprechaun on his stump in Boston Common. Sun's back out, so it's very pleasant again. It's kind of panning around. These colours in the trees, I think they're kind of a wee bit past it enough. So that's just a kind of eating place down there. And we're going to cut across to the other side. Still in Boston Common. So that's at the kind of Jonathan's gone very calm in the shy, of course. This is kind of looking across the Swan Pond. Get that out of the way. So this was downtown Boston, just up where the Boston Tea Party took place, and they've got kind of replicas of the ships, one there and one on the other side. And as you can see, it's quite modern down this neck of the woods, skyscrapers. And the harbour opens out down there as well. And here we are at Harvard University in the Harvard Yard. Somebody's trying to run away. This is going to be the only time he's going to be here, I expect. So we're shortly going to get a kind of a student's guided tour. So there you are. There's a picture taken in front of the statue that's not John Harvard.
You can go at 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. You can choose.
Here we are on the Charles River at Harvard University, and as you can see there's a lot of going on the river. Alright, so here we are on Cape Cod on the cycle route. It's a really nice day actually, turned out very pleasant, and it's nice and flat, an old railway line. So we are having a cycle on Cape Cod today. Peter and Jonathan are going ahead like the shot. As you can see, they're quite a bit ahead of me now. So we might or might not get to the sea today. There's quite a bit to go to get back. There we are. Here we are. This is as far as we think we can come in the cycle track. We've just run out of time, unfortunately. So we've kind of stopped in a nice kind of pond on Cape Cod. This is where the people have got nice houses, just overlooking the pond. So we're going to turn around here and head back. Mum is back a wee bit, having fallen and attracted the attention of an ambulance, a fire engine and the police, all because she fell off her bike. So I'm glad it wasn't a bigger do. Here are the intrepid cyclists next to the cranberry bog, which is down here, and next to the pond, which is on the other side. Lots of nice big ponds here. Where are we, dear? She's quite at her best moment here. Cape Cod. And it's a glorious afternoon, late afternoon, and this is kind of panning around looking at the beach, which goes on forever. Jonathan's away out there somewhere. He's trying to get to the water. That's going to take him a long time. You can see him down there somewhere. Oh, there he is. We may get to the water in an hour or so. This is kind of panning around. You can see the end of Cape Cod away in the distance, I think, there, somewhere. So we'll wander out onto the sand here. It goes out for a long way. I think we need to be turning back shortly, because I'm not sure if the tide's going in or going out. This is looking back the way. And somewhere over there, Mum is no doubt asleep in her car. Just probably around about there somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. There's somewhere, I'm not sure which one. It's a white one anyway. Towards the sun, which is setting in the west. So this is Cape Cod Bay. This is looking in the way, not out to the Atlantic. That's the other side. Lots of seabirds, obviously. Here we are. This is the parrot on Cape Cod. Oh, it's a macaw, not sure which. It's out for a walk. Quite something.
Get 450 or big trees.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the meantime, you can just swap up and down.
I think he wants you.
You gotta come up and say hi to Freckles. Frex, how you at it? Say hi to Paco. Hey. Hey, Freckles. I need my camera. I need my camera. It almost happened. Yahoo in a heartbeat. Hi. Hello.
Look at this. Look at this.
Jonathan, turn around and face
Slowly.
down.
Slowly.
Yeah, if you get with the sun going down, like I said, I use a charge more.
There we are. What a shot. What a shot on Cape Cod.
Did you say Paco?
Paco is a
Paco?
socialize. Starts making all kinds of noise around 4 or 5 o'clock.
Really?
Get me out of here.
Wants to come down.
That sun's dipping now. Dipping in the water.
Oh, look at that.
Sun's a fabulous colour.
This is us in Hyannis. It's, we've just left the hotel and we're going to have a wee meander here and then we're going to head off to New York. Very pretty wee harbour. It goes on quite a bit actually. I don't think you can see very much of it, just not from here anyway. We are at Newport, Rhode Island and we're doing this sort of ocean drive where you see some seriously expensive houses. Can't really see them all from here obviously. We've just stopped because this is one of the places we can actually stop. To see the houses here must be expensive would be something of an understatement. Over there Fiona and Jonathan are getting pictures of fancy houses, of which there's plenty here. And this is Newport, and heading back to New York now. So it's kind of panning down through the sort of town. You see this suspension bridge that we're going to be crossing over, and the cruise liners in the bay. Very expensive, very scenic. This is the view out of the hotel room in Times Square, or at Times Square, by reflection unfortunately off the glass. We are on the 29th floor. You see there's plenty of buildings higher than this. It's a Saturday, so I think the offices are probably closed today. That one's way up high. Just kind of panning around. Can't see Times Square from this window, it's been on the other side. Kind of cloudyish this morning. We're up the Empire State Building, so hopefully it'll be brighter for us. Jonathan and Fiona are out at the moment. Here we are on the 82nd floor of the Empire State Building, 86th floor, and as you can see, we're looking into a mirror.
Is anybody going down?
So where are we, Jonathan?
Empire State Building.
Empire State Building on the 102nd floor observatory. Happy to shoot this through glass. This is all kind of glass. Goes that's looking across to East River, Long Island. This is looking down to southern tip of Manhattan. This is looking down to southern tip of Manhattan. Across to see the Statue of Liberty.
How much is for
The next time Titanic hätte ankommen. Da sieht man das auch jetzt, dass da tatsächlich.
That's where the Circle Line Ferris Guild film. You know, it was further up, wasn't it? It's up this way. Bearings here. Just in New Jersey. I'm just getting it. This is looking north. That's the East River over there again. That's the old Pan Am building. Central Park. I'm looking up to the George Washington Bridge. Stop hitting me. New Jersey's on the left. Stay there. We're on the observation deck now in the Empire State, which is the kind of open one. Jonathan would stay up, stop disappearing. We're still looking to the kind of south here. This is looking down to the Hudson River again. Easier to get shots from here because it's looking. That's looking way down towards the southern tip of Manhattan again. And Statue of Liberty, still there.
Next year you'll be going to that building. That'll be open.
So our hotel looks out onto the Alliance building up in there. So Times Square must be down that way. This is looking up Central Park. Still on my own side.
Minutes on the rail?
We're across to Roosevelt Island is down there.
No, I like that. I like that idea. I like it.
Just where we're going to go probably tomorrow. Just see it. And the UN building. Came all the way to take a picture of me. It's quite breezy on this side. We're here in Central Park at the moment. Clouding over a bit. Still dry. So far anyway. This is the ice rink. Just kind of panning round.
Here we have David and Jonathan. Dave playing chess in Central Park. Jonathan, hello.
There were so many stupid moves in that game.
I don't understand the rules of chess, so I'm not sure how the game is progressing. Jonathan, what do you think of the game?
Because like we really played it all the way down, right?
Father?
Usually the stupid queen thing.
We're still in Central Park. Some kind of wedding thing going on. Lots of things. Yes, we know that. At which pond? The boating pond.
Same thing.
Where you can rent the kind of boats to have a shot at, the yachts. Jonathan's quite animated about this. Tell somebody else. Yeah. Just don't be that one there.
That small coffee boat.
Uh-huh.
There's the Hans Christian statue.
Okay.
You're at work and there's that microphone.
Do not realize it. Yep.
So this is still Central Park, and this is the reservoir, which is mighty big, 2 miles round apparently. It doesn't need to do that, because you're not. Give me a charge. This is us on the cable car.
Nah, but it's cute. The one thing he made was
To
cute.
Roosevelt Island.
And I wasn't bad for $45 for like, but the shirt is cute. I like the shirt.
See the UN
I like the bow.
building.
I like everything.
So this is at the tip of Roosevelt Island at the FDR Memorial Park end, and this is us looking to the United Nations building and down the East River, and away in the distance you can see the Trade Centre building, which is that one there. Beautiful day today, and that's looking down the East River. Pan round. See looking back. Looking across to kind of Midtown Manhattan. Empire State Building is in there somewhere. I think that's just can't quite see it from here though. So we're still in New York, and this is the High Line. This is the urban kind of walkway, which used to be an elevated railway line, and it goes for several walks. It's quite very popular, in fact. And as you can see, we're not too far from the Empire State Building, which is up there.